What is up, guys? Welcome to the Esoteric Coaching Channel. My name is Kayvon, and in this video we're going to be talking about my top 5 books I read in 2017. And let me tell you, there was a lot to choose from. I read 32 books this past year, and I plan on reading 40 this year. And it was really hard to narrow this down, but I think I did a really good job. So stick around to find out why. And let's go! Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the Esoteric Coaching Channel. As you guys saw, it's been a busy 2017. I read 32 books this year. My goal was to get to 35, but it's okay. It's pretty close. I'm very happy about that. And this year I'm shooting for 40, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about my top 5 books I read in 2017. Now, none of these books are brand new, like they weren't written in 2017. They might be a little bit older, but they're very, very important to me. They changed my life in a lot of ways, and it was actually really hard to pick top 5 because there was a lot of great books I read. So I put some thought into this, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'm just gonna pick up the first book I see, and we'll talk about it. So, Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Now, this is a book about your subconscious, about how you can use your subconscious. And I've read a lot of books about subconscious over the past 3 years, and I actually really like this one the most. So basically, Maxwell Maltz was a plastic surgeon, so he has a very unique view and on subconscious and how we use it. See, he was working with patients, and he saw that people's personalities dramatically change when they got plastic surgery, while other people didn't change at all. He also noticed that certain things that bothered certain people wouldn't bother other people. So, for instance, they talked about people who got scars on their face. It would really make them feel bad about themselves. They would view themselves in a negative way, and they would talk to themselves with a negative self-talk, and they would think that other people were judging them. And they compared it to other people who were like, warriors or people who fence, who saw cuts as a source of pride. They war with pride, like, the fact that I got this cut means I trained a lot, it means I worked really hard, I went through a tough battle, and they actually became more confident rather than less confident. So I thought that was a very, very cool point about this book. He talks about how you can use your subconscious and about how we have this, meter in life, and we're like an airplane. And if we're just off by 1 degree, that can take us off course thousands of miles. So we have to be able to look at that, use correction by going, okay, what am I doing wrong? I need to correct and get back on that course, and keep doing that over and over again to make sure we get to the same location. This is a really, really good book. It was really easy to read. And like I said, the fact that he's a plastic surgeon, he wrote a book on the subconscious, means that there's a very unique viewpoint he has on this. So I recommend this. So next book, because we're gonna go through these pretty quick, is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Now, I'm pretty sure if you know who Oprah is or anyone else that you've heard of this book. If you haven't, this is a great book. The Power of Now, it's a guide to spiritual enlightenment. So basically, this book is all about forgetting about the past, the future, and learning to live now in this moment and what the power of that is. When you're truly living in the now, nothing else matters. You're in total awe of life at all times. So he talks about how, if you're truly living in the now, you can get caught up just staring at a tree and the beauty of it and just get lost in the beauty of it and being in love with every moment. And if you're truly in the now, you can't feel pain, you can't feel pleasure, because those are past. When you say something was hurtful or something was pleasurable, you're talking about the past. Something in the past was hurtful, something in the past was pleasurable. But if you're living in the now, that's all you have. You truly only have the now. You don't have the future. The future isn't guaranteed. The past is no longer here. It's just a memory. So the only moments we truly have is now. So this book really taught me how to live more in the moment, how to get out of my head, and how to stop telling myself those negative stories from the past and realize that those don't matter. Those don't define who I am. The only thing that defines who I am as a person, who I'm going to be, is what I do in this very moment and how I take it. So very good book to read. It's a little bit harder to read than the other one. You're gonna have to take pauses, but definitely worth it. All right, so moving on to Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Now this is a smaller book, about 110 pages, Really, really easy to read. I think that's what I love about Brian Tracy is all of his books are super easy to read. Maybe that's specific to me, but I find it really easy to read, like almost like I'm back in grade school. It's easy to use language, anyone can understand it, and this book will change your life. This book will teach you how to utilize and plan your days better. This taught me my daily planning that I've been using every single day. I think I've been using for like 250 pages. As you can tell, I read it in the beginning of 2017 and I've been using it ever since. It'll teach you a lot of ways on how to conquer your day. I think the craziest thing is when people see this, they go, what does eat that frog mean? So basically there's an old story about how if you start your day off eating a live frog, a big live frog, and you just eat it early in the morning, no matter what happens to you for the rest of the day, there's nothing that's gonna be as bad. So what is this book is basically saying is like, if you have a big goal, a big frog that you need to tackle, that you need to eat, you need to get done right in the morning. And the reason why is once you get it done, no matter what you do with the rest of your day, when you look back on your day, you're gonna look at it as productive. And it also teaches you that if you start tackling your hardest task first thing in the morning, you're making that a habit of yours to always take the harder tasks first. So when you get to your job, you're not gonna do the little procrastination, do things that make you feel like you're being productive, like cleaning your house or cleaning your shoe case or whatever, organizing your books. That'll make you feel like you're being productive, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not taking you closer to your goal unless you're an organizer or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. So basically this book will teach you a new perspective on how to get things done and give you the tools you need on how to plan your day properly, okay? Next thing is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Now I recently made a video about this, so if you want to get more in detail on this, go and watch this video. But this book is great. It teaches you about the effect of compounding and how it works in real life, not just in finance, but with knowledge and with your basic little tiny habits, and how something small you're doing today can turn into something huge over time. And that can work for you or against you based on what it is. So if you decide to cut out soda, maybe the next year you're not gonna see huge changes. Maybe even 2 years from now, you're not gonna see huge changes. But 5 years down the line, all of a sudden, you're 25 pounds lighter. Now the same thing can go for someone who didn't do it, who decided, I'm gonna drink a beer every day, every single day, add it to my diet. Now a year, 2 years from now, no big differences, but 5 years from now, you could gain 30 pounds, you could be more sluggish, less time with your kids. So he basically talks about how little things really turn into big things over time. You need to be careful and just choose to do things consistently rather than go all in and go all out for 1 week, 1 month. It's better to do it 1 year, 2 to 3 days a week on a little bit less intense basis, more consistently to see better results over time. He also really talks about tracking. This is the first book that really taught me that I need to start tracking everything I do, not just money. How much time are you spending watching TV? How much time are you on the internet? How much time are you on Facebook? How much time are you texting, making calls? How long does it take you to get up in the morning? All these things matter because when you go, I don't have time, and you don't know what you're spending time on, you're not going to be able to, plan your day out properly in order to get things done. So this book is a great book. It's also a very easy read. It's only like 150 pages. So these two books, the past two books, really easy to read, and they'll change your life the instant you read it. All right, the last book. Now this might put women off, but stick with me, okay? It is called The Way of the Superior Man. I think both men and women can benefit from this book greatly. This book changed my entire perspective on how I view women, on how I interact with women, on why women do the things they do, and why as men we're not able to communicate with women properly. David Deida is a great author. This book is made to be like 52 lessons or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's very easy to read, and it will change the way you think about how you interact with people. It taught me that with women, and instead of trying to help them fix their problems, instead I just need to be there for them and give them affection, help them laugh, and kind of get that emotion out, and just learn why women do the things they do to you based on their psychological needs and their, I guess you could say, animalistic needs, and why as men we need to learn how to respect that and deal with that. And if you want to get a goddess, if you want that woman that's beautiful, that's everything you've ever dreamed of, you first need to become a superior man first. A lot of people say when they read this book, it changes their entire lives because it helps them view things in a way that they've never seen before. So I think this book was a great read. It was really hard to choose between this and 2 other books, but that's the one I chose. So those are my top 5 books of 2017. Now 2018, I'm gonna read a lot of books, so make sure you give this video a like And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. I create content about self-development, social dynamics, fitness, and so much more. I can't wait to share all the knowledge I gain and learn throughout this next year with you guys. So stick around with me and leave me a comment below and tell me what's one book you read in 2017 that changed your entire life, and what's one book in 2018 that you're super excited to go in and read. Thanks for stopping by, guys. My name is Kayvon from the Esoteric Coaching Channel, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.